I told my sister I don't know if I love her after finding out about her 5-year affair. My sister Lisa has been married to her husband Mike for 8 years. They seemed like the perfect couple, always posting cute pictures on Facebook, going on romantic vacations, talking about having kids soon. Mike was like the brother I never had. He came to all our family dinners, helped my dad fix his car, and even walked me down the aisle at my wedding when my dad was too sick to do it. Last month, I was cleaning out my mom's attic when I found this old shoebox full of letters. At first, I thought they were love letters from my parents' dating days, which would have been sweet. But when I opened the first one, my heart stopped. It was a love letter addressed to Lisa, but it wasn't from Mike. It was signed, "Forever Yours, David," and dated from 3 years ago. The letter was talking about secret weekend trips and how hard it was to pretend they were just friends when Mike was around. I sat there in that dusty attic reading letter after letter. There were dozens of them, going back 5 whole years. David was telling Lisa how much he loved her, how he wanted to leave his wife for her, how they were soulmates who found each other too late. The worst part was reading Lisa's responses. She wrote about how guilty she felt lying to Mike, but how she couldn't give up David because he was her true love. She even wrote about times when Mike would surprise her with flowers or plan date nights, and she'd feel terrible because she was thinking about David the whole time. I found receipts for hotel rooms, restaurant bills for romantic dinners, even a jewelry receipt for a necklace I remembered Lisa wearing last Christmas. When Mike complimented her on it, she said her friend Sarah had given it to her for her birthday. It was all lies. The final letter was from just 2 months ago. David was getting divorced and wanted Lisa to leave Mike so they could finally be together. Lisa wrote back saying she needed more time because Mike was talking about starting a family and she didn't know how to break his heart. I drove straight to Lisa's house with the box of letters. Mike's car wasn't in the driveway, so I knew he was still at work. Lisa opened the door smiling, asking what brought me over in the middle of the day. I dumped the entire box on her kitchen table. Her face went completely white as she saw the letters scattered everywhere. She started stammering about how she could explain, but I cut her off. I told her there was nothing to explain. I'd read everything. 5 years of cheating on the man who loved her more than anything in the world. 5 years of lying to our entire family. 5 years of letting Mike plan a future with someone who was in love with somebody else. Lisa started crying and said she never meant for it to happen. She said David was her college boyfriend who came back into her life and she just couldn't resist the connection they had. She begged me not to tell Mike because it would destroy him. That's when I lost it. I told her she should have thought about destroying Mike before she decided to have an affair for 5 years. I said I didn't know if I could even love her anymore because the sister I thought I knew would never do something this cruel. She kept crying and saying she was going to end things with David anyway, that she'd chosen Mike and wanted to make their marriage work. But I told her it was too late for that. Mike deserved to know the truth about who he was married to. Lisa begged me to give her a chance to tell Mike herself, but I said she'd had 5 years of chances and wasted all of them. I told her she had 24 hours to tell him everything, or I would. I left her crying at that kitchen table, surrounded by all the evidence of her betrayal. The next evening, Mike called me sobbing. Lisa had told him about David, and he was packing his bags to stay at his brother's house. Lisa filed for divorce 2 weeks later. Mike was heartbroken, but said he was grateful I found those letters because he could have wasted even more years with someone who didn't really love him. Lisa and I haven't spoken since that day in her kitchen. She moved across the country to be with David, but I heard from our cousin that he changed his mind about leaving his wife after all. Mike's doing better now. He started dating someone new who actually appreciates him. And honestly, I don't miss my sister at all.